The next generation air dominance fighter jet.
The X-44 MANTA. To a new wave of black projects. In the high-stakes world of advanced military technology, one name keeps surfacing in whispers, headlines, and speculative defense forums alike: the X-44 MANTA. Designed by Lockheed Martin, this futuristic aircraft has been wrapped in secrecy for years. Now, it's gaining fresh attention and concern. With terms like nuclear-powered, anti-gravity, and stealth superiority linked to its development, many are questioning what the U.S. is really preparing for. As whispers turn into shockwaves, adversaries like Russia and China are reportedly growing uneasy about what the X-44 represents. The X-44 MANTA, short for multi-axis no-tail aircraft, is no ordinary jet. If real and operational, it's a bold leap beyond current fifth-generation fighters like the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II. Its rumored capabilities place it on a completely different playing field, one where air superiority is decided long before the enemy even sees you. With global tensions rising and technological warfare advancing at lightning speed, the X-44's sudden emergence isn't just a flex of American aerospace might, it's a loud signal. And depending on who's watching, it might be a warning. The X-44 MANTA project didn't just appear out of nowhere. It's the result of decades of stealth aircraft evolution and innovation at Lockheed Martin's legendary Skunk Works division. Initially conceptualized in the late 1990s, the X-44 aimed to push the boundaries of stealth, agility, and control. Unlike most conventional fighters, the MANTA was designed without traditional tail surfaces. Instead, it would rely on advanced thrust vectoring to maneuver, giving it a sleek, radar-evading shape and exceptional agility. At the heart of this concept is its radical design. The tailless delta-wing platform not only reduces radar cross-section, but also improves aerodynamics at high speeds. Its design philosophy builds on lessons learned from the F-22 Raptor, but goes a step further by eliminating control surfaces that can be easily detected by radar. The result? A ghost in the sky, fast, silent, and nearly invisible. Though it was initially shelved due to budget constraints and shifting defense priorities, the X-44 concept never fully disappeared. Instead, it lingered in the background, likely serving as a testbed for experimental technologies, ranging from new propulsion systems to AI-assisted flight control. Over time, internet leaks, speculative articles, and defense analysts began linking the X-44 to a new wave of black projects. These involve highly classified technologies, possibly including exotic propulsion systems and materials. By the mid-2020s, talk of the X-44 re-emerged with claims that it had evolved far beyond its original blueprint, with rumors suggesting integration of nuclear propulsion and even anti-gravity systems. While these claims are unconfirmed and often sound like science fiction, they've stirred up significant interest and fear. If even partially true, the X-44 MANTA could represent a quantum leap in aerial combat capabilities. Behind closed doors, insiders claim that select prototypes may have already completed test flights, possibly from secure bases like Area 51 or Groom Lake. Whether these test flights involve traditional jet engines or something more exotic remains a mystery. But one thing's clear: the X-44 wasn't built for today's battlefield. It was built for tomorrow's. This is where things get wild. The X-44 MANTA isn't just a futuristic fighter on paper. It's rumored to be a showcase of next-gen, maybe even next-century technology. At the center of these claims are two controversial elements: nuclear propulsion and anti-gravity flight systems. Whether they're fact or fiction, the mere association has caused alarm in defense circles around the globe. Let's start with the nuclear angle. The idea of nuclear-powered aircraft isn't new. It was explored as far back as the 1950s. But back then, the technology wasn't safe or compact enough to use effectively. Fast forward to today, and some theorists believe that miniaturized nuclear reactors or advanced fusion systems might finally be small and stable enough to fit in a stealth aircraft. If that's true, it would give the X-44 virtually unlimited range, allowing it to stay airborne for days or even weeks at a time without refueling. Then there's the really bold claim: anti-gravity technology. Popularized by UFO lore and conspiracy theories, Anti-gravity propulsion is said to eliminate the need for lift generated by wings or thrust. The X-44's tailless, smooth-edged design feeds into this theory. Enthusiasts point to leaked patents and anonymous military whistleblowers who describe aircraft that can hover silently, make 90-degree turns at impossible speeds, and operate well beyond the performance envelope of any known jet. If there's any truth to these accounts, the X-44 might be part of a black project decades ahead of public tech. More grounded, yet still impressive, technologies are also said to be integrated. These include AI-assisted flight systems, next-gen cloaking materials that adapt to radar and visual detection, and high-powered directed energy weapons. Together, these would make the X-44 not just a fighter, but a complete domination platform. Of course, there's no official confirmation on any of this. Lockheed Martin hasn't acknowledged that the X-44 is operational. The US government is silent. But sometimes silence says more than words. Whether it's flying with next-gen jet engines or something far more revolutionary, the tech surrounding the X-44 is stirring up more than just speculation. It's changing the conversation about what's possible in aerial warfare. The emergence of the X-44 MANTA, whether fully operational or still in experimental stages, has caused significant waves across the geopolitical landscape. For nations like Russia and China, who have invested billions into developing fifth-generation fighter programs, the idea of a sixth-gen or beyond aircraft with potentially game-changing capabilities isn't just concerning, it's strategically destabilizing. Both adversaries have worked aggressively to modernize their air forces. Russia's Su-57 Felon and China's J-20 Mighty Dragon are meant to challenge US dominance in air combat. Yet these jets, while advanced, still operate within the known limits of propulsion, stealth, and radar evasion. The X-44, by contrast, is rumored to operate beyond those limits. It could fly faster, remain airborne indefinitely with nuclear power, and potentially leverage anti-gravity or exotic propulsion tech to outmaneuver any known threat. If true, this places the US in possession of a platform that nullifies the current generation of air dominance fighters. From a military strategy standpoint, that's massive. The X-44 would offer the US the ability to rapidly deploy global air power without reliance on forward operating bases. That means fewer vulnerabilities for adversaries to target, and more flexibility for US forces in the event of conflict. Imagine an aircraft that launches from the continental US, silently slips through enemy defenses, completes its mission, and returns, all without detection. That kind of reach and stealth changes the entire equation of military planning. This kind of strategic edge has deeply alarmed America's rivals. Russia has historically expressed concern over America's pursuit of hypersonic and space-based weapons. If the X-44 incorporates any of these technologies, it's likely viewed not just as a threat to battlefield balance, but to national security itself. Similarly, Chinese officials have long warned of the risks associated with unregulated military tech. Their increased military activity around Taiwan and the South China Sea reflects a broader concern about American capabilities, particularly in the skies. There are also fears of escalation. If nations like China or Russia believe the X-44 gives the US a first strike advantage, or the ability to destroy missile systems before they can respond, it could trigger a new kind of arms race. This one wouldn't just be about quantity, but about chasing a phantom level of technology that may or may not exist. On the intelligence front, surveillance activity near US testing facilities like Area 51 and Groom Lake has spiked. Satellite imagery shows an uptick in unusual runway activity, and open-source aircraft trackers have reported unidentified high-speed objects operating in restricted airspace. While not definitive, these signs suggest something big is happening, something that foreign powers are watching closely. For the US, this could serve a dual purpose: strategic deterrence and psychological advantage, even if the X-44 is only partially complete or experimental. Allowing just enough information to leak builds mystique and uncertainty. That uncertainty can be just as powerful as the actual platform. If enemies think the US has a jet that can't be touched, they may act more cautiously, or alter their own development paths entirely. In short, the X-44 MANTA is more than a plane. It's a geopolitical tool. Whether it's flying right now or still on drawing boards, the belief in its power is already shaping foreign policy, defense budgets, and military doctrine across the globe. The X-44 MANTA isn't just a mysterious aircraft project. It's a symbol of how far the boundaries of warfare may be pushed in the coming decades. Whether it's truly nuclear-powered, anti-gravitational, or simply the most advanced stealth aircraft ever designed, one thing is certain. Its presence on the global stage is already being felt. As America continues to innovate behind closed hangars and blacked-out budgets, its rivals are left to speculate and scramble. This isn't just about having the next best fighter jet. It's about setting the tone for the next era of aerial dominance. The X-44 MANTA, if everything whispered about it proves true, might not just shape future dogfights. It might eliminate the need for them entirely. As we enter an age where the line between science fiction and reality blurs, the X-44 reminds us that the skies are not just contested, they're being quietly conquered. If you found this deep dive into the X-44 MANTA fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe for more military tech breakdowns, and share this video with a fellow aviation enthusiast. What do you think? Real tech or disinformation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.